Good morning and welcome back to my channel. So obviously today's video is a little bit different. I am doing one of the HRCYED prompts and I am doing a 24-hour reading challenge, and I'm really trying to shoot for a full 24 hours. So it is currently 6:56, so we are almost 3 hours into this 24-hour challenge, and I am about 100 pages into Problematic Summer Romance by Hazelwood. This is the second book to Not in Love, and in this one we're following Maya, who is Eli's little sister from the first book, and we are in Italy where Eli and Rue, the main characters from the first book, are getting married. And Maya is there with all of their family friends and everything, and that also includes Eli's best friend Connor Harkness, who Maya has had a crush on for several years, but he is much older than her and not interested and only sees her as a little kid, allegedly. So I'm excited to keep reading this one. So far, I'm really enjoying it. Definitely been a little sleepy this morning, but I will be checking back in once I finish this one. Hello again. So it is 3:03 and I have finished Problematic Summer Romance. I liked this one a lot. I am always a sucker for a brother's best friend age gap romance. Ooh, Zabi. Ooh. I really enjoyed the banter in this one. I was laughing out loud at several points throughout the book. There was a couple things that I'm not the biggest fan of, and there's some characters that I just wasn't the biggest fan of. So this wasn't a 5-star read for me. I gave this one 4 stars. A super great time. This also is a 2 birds, 1 stone book for me. This is gonna go towards another HRCYED prompt. I'm gonna also be counting this one towards the favorite HRCYED 1 prompt, which for that one, I'm doing a read a book about every season in said season. So this is my book for summer. So now I have some novellas on my Kindle that I'm gonna be reading. I downloaded the Improbable Meet Cute collection. My understanding is these are all a collection of short stories by several different authors, all published by Amazon, and they're all about like Valentine's Day meet cute situations is my understanding from the like synopses. So far I'm having fun. I took a little bit of a break and my boyfriend and I went to Costco and Starbucks, got some caffeine. My thought process with this was, I was like, okay, if I wake up at 4, then that means that if I do the full 24 hours, that will put me ending at 3:59 on Sunday, and then I can just go to sleep and sleep for 4 or 5 hours, and that'll put me at like 9-10 o'clock, and then I still have all day Sunday and I will hopefully be somewhat reset. So that was my whole thought process with waking up early like I did today, but I will say I'm very tired. I've also been so like nervous about doing a video where I don't have makeup on, which is so silly because who cares? And I was just like, I really don't feel like doing my makeup at 4 a.m. and I really don't feel like wearing makeup for 24 hours. That sounds terrible, but part of me is just a little embarrassed. So please be nice to me. But also, who cares? It's fine. It's fine. No one cares about makeup. You shouldn't have to wear makeup to do things, but I definitely am feeling a little nervous. But I'm having fun. So yeah, I think that's kind of it for this check-in. So I didn't pre-plan this. I don't have my Kindle with me. My Kindle's inside. I don't remember what the first book is. So yeah, I'm just gonna start reading. My goal is to read all, I think there's 6 novellas in this collection, or short stories in this collection. So my goal is to read all of them, which I think is very doable. I think the first one is like 101 pages, and then the rest of them are all under 100 pages. So I can do time math. If it is 3 o'clock right now, that means we have just over 12 hours left. Yeah, because it's 3:09 and we're going until 3:59 a.m. So yeah, 12 hours, I can totally knock out these 6 books. I do have a backup book that I would love to also read, but looking at how long it took me to read this one, the other book I wanted to read was Salty, Spiced, and a Little Bit Nice. That will also go towards a HRCYED prompt that will go towards the disability challenge. But that book is about the same length as this one. This was $3.97. I think that one is like $3.50 something like that. But if it took me almost 12 hours to just read this, I'm a little nervous then on if I can also finish that one. But I will say I probably took about 2 or 3 hours where I went to Costco, I went to Starbucks, I made lunch, I played on my phone. So I think if I really lock in, I probably could. We'll see. We'll see. So, yeah, I will check back in with you guys once I'm halfway through the first book for this collection that I don't remember what it is. So we'll find out together. Okay, hopefully it's not too loud in the background. My boyfriend is in our office and he's playing Helldivers too. So hopefully you guys can't hear it too much. But I just finished the first novella in the Improbable Meet Cute collection, and that was The Exception to the Rule by Christina Lauren. This one was so cute. I was gonna do a halfway check-in, but it was just so short that I was like, you know what, I'll just give all my thoughts at the end. I think it technically is like 100 pages, but it's so quick because the first half of the book is just emails. So basically what it is, we have these 2 people who they're in high school, and one of them accidentally makes a typo in the email that they were trying to send to their teacher, and it ended up going to another student, and they responded, and then they ended up emailing each other every single year on Valentine's Day. But they like didn't know anything about each other because they're like, you know, stranger danger, and they didn't share anything about themselves. They only like communicated saying like their name was their initial and things like that. And then it like 10 years goes by, and then they end up meeting in person, and it's a really cute meet cute. I had a great time with this one. Super cute, super simple, but yeah, I really liked it. I gave this one 5 stars. So it is 427 right now. So I'm gonna jump into the next one, which I did it again. I didn't look at what the next one is. So I will check back in with you guys when I finish it. Hello again. So I have finished book 3 and book 4 of our 24-hour challenge. I forgot to do the check-in for the 3rd book before I started cooking dinner because I finished reading that one, went straight to making dinner, and then while I was cooking dinner, I was listening to the 4th one. So we'll backtrack a little bit. The 3rd book that I read was The Worst Wingman Ever by Abby Jimenez. I freaking love Abby Jimenez, and this one was so cute. So we have our female main character, Holly. She is a hospice nurse, and she comes out of her like most recent assignment's apartment, and she goes to her car and sees that someone has left a Valentine's Day card on her windshield. So then she looks at it and then realizes that someone put this on the wrong car. It was not meant for her. And then a couple days later, there's another note on her car of the same person apologizing, saying that it was on the wrong car. And then there's these like communications between the 2 of them via notes on her car. And then at the end, you then find out who it is, and it was just so cute. I gave this one 5 stars. I really liked this one. And then the next one that I read was Rosie and the Dreamboat by Sally Thorne. I don't think I've read anything by her before, and this one was really cute. We have Rosie, who is at a spa on Valentine's Day with her sister, doing like a spa day, Galentine's Day treatment. And they have like a kind of like a sensory deprivation tank as part of the things, like one of the stages of things that you do. But the timer goes off and Rosie's pod doesn't open. So then there's all these different things, and then the fire department comes in, and Rosie ends up spending a couple hours just in this tank talking to this really sweet firefighter who's keeping her calm. And they form a little connection. So cute. This one wasn't quite a 5-star. I was definitely, it went a smidge too cringy for me, but I still really liked it. I gave this one 4 stars. I've been having a really fun time with this collection. Part of me was a little nervous because I read a different Amazon published collection of short stories where it's a bunch of different short stories by a bunch of different authors for my Christmas in July video, and I didn't really like those. I mean, they were okay, but I just, that was just kind of how I felt about a lot of them. Just, But these ones I'm really, really enjoying. I think part of what I'm really liking about these is that these are meant to be like a meet cute on Valentine's Day type of thing. So it's a lot easier to do that story versus like the Christmas ones were pretty much trying to stuff a whole romance novel with a happily ever after into a like less than 100-page book. So I feel like maybe these are just easier to do, like writing wise. I don't know. But I really liked it. Also, I just want to say, so sorry for all the glares you guys are getting with my glasses today. Again, I thought about putting contacts in, I thought about doing my makeup, but then I was like, do I really want to wear makeup for 24 hours? No. Do I want to wear my contacts for 24 hours? No, especially with how much reading I'm doing. I'd much rather wear my glasses. So sorry for all the glares that you guys are getting. But this has been fun. I don't like vlog like this, so this has been fun. It is currently 7:02, so that's, how do I do time math? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 3, 4, 9 more hours. I'm so tired. See, I felt like it was a great idea to wake up early to do this, but I'm so tired. So I just cracked open a Dr. Pepper, a little bit more caffeine. I'm not a big caffeine person in general. I don't do coffee or energy drinks, just like black tea. So yeah, I had my chai from Starbucks earlier, which actually does kind of have a lot of caffeine in it, which that helped, but I'm definitely slumped. So I cracked open a Dr. Pepper. So I'm a Dr. Pepper girly. And yeah, I'm going to go into the next one. And I I did it again. I don't remember what the next one is, but I will let you guys know when I finish it. Alrighty, so I finished Drop, Cover, and Hold On by Jasmine Guillory. I think it's how you pronounce her last name, is Guillory. Remember how I was just saying that I really was liking all of these? Well, I spoke a little too soon. I wasn't a huge fan of this one. This one was just a little too insta-lusty for me. And yeah, like a miscommunication trope, and just it wasn't my favorite, So overall, not terrible. In this one, we're following our female main character, Daisy. She was going into this bakery that she goes to several times a week. And then an earthquake happens. And then she gets trapped in the bakery with the like owner of the bakery, and they end up talking. And it was just okay. I ended up giving this one 2 stars. And this next one I'm reading, I believe is called Without Any Luck by Ashley Poston. So I will check back in once I finish that one. Also, I'm feeling real sleepy. It is 8 o'clock. So how do I time math? 8 hours to go. 8 hours to go. Part of me is regretting waking up early. I feel like maybe that was not as good of an idea as I thought it was going to be, because very sleepy. But I finished my Dr. Pepper, And yeah, I'm gonna go sit on my porch. It's starting to get a little dark outside, so I think the rest of my check-ins for the night will have to be inside. But I'm gonna sit on my porch and read this next one. So I will check back in once I finish it. Alrighty, so it is 8:58 at night. I am so tired. I definitely didn't set myself up for success. I thought that waking up at 4 was going to be the best way to do this. And I think that I was thinking about tomorrow. I was thinking about what it was going to be like when I finished this. But I'm so tired right now. Because I woke up at 4, I only got like 5 hours of sleep. So I am very, very tired. But we're going to keep chugging, chucking? Trucking? What's the saying? Anyways, the delirium is hitting. Anyways, I just finished With Any Luck by Ashley Poston, which is the 5th book in the Improbable Meet Cute collection. This one was another short story, and in this one we have Audrey, I believe is her name. She is the best man for her best friend's wedding, and she was hosting his bachelor party the night before the wedding, and then she wakes up the day of the wedding super hungover, has no memory of the night, and the groom is missing. So now she's teaming up with the maid of honor, and the two of them are now searching for the groom. And this one was just okay. I didn't really see the romance between Audrey and Theo, who was the maid of honor. I didn't really get it. And yeah, I wasn't a big fan of this one. I gave it 2 stars. I feel like I jinxed myself earlier when I was like, wow, these are all amazing. I'm loving all of these. And then the last 2 have been like 2 stars. So that's okay. The next one I'm going to be reading is Royal Valentine by Sariah Wilson. That is the last book in the Improbable Meet Cute collection. And then because it's 9:01 as I'm looking at the clock here, I'm still going to have like just under 7 hours to read that one. And then I'm going to start reading after that. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it, but I'm going to start reading Salty, Spiced, and A Little Bit Nice. I've been really excited to read this one. So I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it. I'm so tired. Oh, well, also, I forgot to mention, I didn't realize it when I filmed the last clip where I was talking about Drop, Cover, and Hold On. That was my 75th book that I read this year, which means that I hit my Goodreads 2025 reading goal, which is bananas, because it is August 30th, the day that I'm filming this. Yeah, so like I'm way ahead of schedule, which is crazy because last year I struggled to hit my reading goal of 70. I like came in at like 71, like right under the wire on like New Year's Eve. And then the year before that, I want to say it was only like 50 or 51, something like that. So it's bananas that I am at 75 books right now. Well, now 76 because I just finished With Any Luck. 76 books. And I will say, I have read a good amount of short stories and novellas this year, but those are still books. So even though they're short, they still count because they're books. It's just kind of nuts. I do feel like this channel has really helped like motivate me to read more because I've always been a big fan of reading, but I have so many plans for videos. Like I have pretty much all of my videos for the rest of 2025 planned out. So I know what I need to read for those. So it's a great motivator to make sure that I actually read everything. But I definitely have been neglecting all of my other hobbies. Like, I haven't been playing video games. I haven't been crocheting. I don't watch TV. I'm really behind on my YouTube, like the people that I watch on YouTube. Yeah, I just, every free second I have, I'm pretty much just reading. And especially since I started HRCYED, it's just been so much fun. It's just been so much fun connecting with other people who are doing this. I love the Discord, although it is overwhelming because there's so many people and so many messages that go through. I had to mute my Discord because it was driving me nuts on how much it was popping up on my phone and beeping on my computer, so I had to mute it. But I like to just kind of scroll every couple days, because yeah, it's just fun, and you can ask a question, and it's all so positive. And then yeah, going through and doing the spreadsheet, it's been super fun. I will give a little teaser. I have, like, not counting this video, I finished my first prompt. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is because I will do a full I'll do episode 2 of my HRCYED check-in. You'll probably see that, I think, 2 weeks after this video goes live. But yeah, so once I finish this 24-hour challenge, I'll have 2 prompts completely done, which is so exciting. I've been having so much fun with this. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I know just yesterday, actually, this channel hit 200 subscribers, which is so much fun. So thank you guys so much for being here. I really, really appreciate all the subscribers and everyone who comments and likes my videos. It's just so much fun. I love books, and I love reading, and I love talking to you guys. So yeah, sorry to get so sappy there for a second. It's just been so much fun. This has been like a great hobby of mine. And yeah, I'm just really excited to keep making more videos and keep reading. So yeah, I will check back in with you guys once I finish this last short story. Hello again. So I just finished Royal Valentine by Sariah Wilson, and that was the 6th and final book in the Improbable Meet Cute collection, which is fun. So I have officially read 7 books for this video. I know 6 of those are short stories, so I did the math. So far, I have read 757 pages today. It is currently 10 o'clock at night, so I have 6 more hours, which is bananas because I'm so tired. But the next book that I'm going to be reading is, I'm going to switch back to a physical book, Salty Spice and a Little Bit Nice by Cynthia Timoti. I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, but I've heard a lot of good things about this one. This will go towards another HRCYED prompt. So yeah, I'm going to jump into this one. Oh, I almost forgot to give you guys a review of that last one. So Royal Valentine. In this one we have, I don't know how to pronounce her name. In my head I was saying Ilaria, I think. Anyways, she is a princess, and she just wants a normal weekend where she gets to be a normal person. And so she ends up convincing one of her assistants to trade places with her, and she then gets to just pretend that she's just an American tourist in Rome. And she meets this guy, and they go on this day-long adventure where they go to all the tourist sites, and they talk and they laugh and they eat and they go to museums and art galleries and all sorts of things. And it was cute. I am just not a big fan of like insta love things like that. I haven't read anything by this author before, but I'd be interested in reading something else by them in the future. I gave this one 3 stars. So without further ado, I'm going to move on to the next one. I'm so tired. I am usually someone who I don't stay up super late. I mean, kind of. Like I'm not good at sleeping, so I also have like my work schedule. So like during the weekday, I'm usually waking up around 6:30 or so. And then because of that, on the weekends, I struggle to sleep in like past 8 o'clock at the latest.
And so like usually that's not too bad. And usually I'm going to bed around 10:30, maybe like 11:30. So usually about now, I would be laying in bed, cuddling with my partner, and we'd be having TikTok time where we just cuddle in bed and scroll on TikTok. So, um, yeah, I'm very tired. Our dog is very confused. Zoe is like, "What are you doing? Why are you still awake?" So, but I'm curious to see how far I can get in this in the like 6 hours that we have left. This is 317 pages. Do we think I could do it? Maybe. I'm so worried I'm gonna fall asleep though. Well, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Hello, it is 1:37 in the morning and I am so tired. I am a little less than halfway through Salty Spiced and a little bit nice, and I'm liking this one. It's really cute. It's like a enemies to lovers, and we have our main character Ellie, who, after some kind of crazy family drama stuff, she decides enough is enough and she goes out on her own. She moves across the country and she's pursuing her dreams of opening a sugar-free bakery because she has type 1 diabetes. And it's been really cute so far. A couple things here and there that I'm not a big fan of, but so far it's really cute. But I think I'm gonna call it. I didn't quite make it to the 24-hour mark. I was trying to get to 4 a.m. and it is like 1:37 when I started recording this clip, and I am exhausted. I am falling asleep as I'm reading. So, I gave it the old college try. I did the math. I read 903 pages, so I'm not mad at that. I feel like that's pretty darn good. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it for this challenge. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being here today. Let me know what you guys thought about this kind of style of content. It's a little bit more vloggy. It was fun to do, fun to film. So once again, thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos every single Wednesday, and I will see you guys next week. Good night.